Our topic today for Farm Basics is grain carts. You know, on our farm, we never used to have a grain cart, and I never understood why guys did. I figured, oh, you can just dump on the end of the field, it's not that big a deal. But once we got our first grain cart, I thought, man, this is awesome because the combine never stopped. Now, our dad was running the combine. He didn't like it so well because he's like, well, boy, when I used to stop on the end of the field, I'd get a little break and I could take a drink and, you know.
Maybe have a little bit of lunch.
Yeah, stand up a little bit or something. But when we got the grain cart, we were making him go, go, go. The combine literally never stopped.
Well, I get a lot of questions about Brian because he's always just go, go, go. I say, why are you guys always in such a rush on things? Well, in the fall, farmers only have a certain amount of time to get that crop out. And when it's ready to go, you really do need to get it out of the field. When it's mature and ripe, it's time to get that harvested and in for a few reasons. One, in the upper Midwest, we get snow. And we just don't know when that first snow is coming. And once we get snow out in the fields, if you've got rows of corn standing, it's going to drift into those rows and we're going to have some issues. The other part of that is preventing harvest loss due to crops tipping over or dropping that grain to the ground, or just having grain that's drying too much out in the field. It's moist. You can sell that crop, like soybeans, for example, up to 13% moisture. When it drops to 8% moisture out in the field because you left it out there too long, you lose that 5%.
Well, I kind of look a lot more at the cost side of things. In addition to the time-saving deal, a new combine's probably going to cost a farmer $300,000. A new grain cart's probably going to cost $30,000, so 1/10 the price, and having a grain cart is like adding half a combine to your farm. A guy can literally do half again as much work if there's a grain cart that's making sure that combine can just keep going. So again, this grain cart, what we're doing out there is we're catching grain from the combine while the combine continues to go along combining or doing its harvesting. It's dumping grain into this cart, and then the cart is what takes it over to a truck on the edge of the field. It's a way to speed things up on the farm. It's a way to save a little bit of money. And you know, we've had a grain cart on our farm for over 10 years now. I used to run the grain cart too, and you know, the nice thing about the grain cart operation is it's really hard to screw it up. So well, it's a nice job. It's a fun job in the fall. I loved running the grain cart.
It can be a really important job too, because a lot of grain carts actually have scales right on them. So you can weigh that crop if you're going back to put it in your own bin at home and you aren't driving across a scale at a grain elevator. You can weigh the crop as it leaves the field so you know exactly how much grain you have to work with.
Well, once again, grain carts are a very important part of farming operations today, both because of speed and reducing costs. And I guess we just wanted to help you understand the reason why you'll see those grain carts in fields around the country today.
Well, one other thing you'll see in fields, unfortunately, is our weed of the week. Can you identify this week's weed?